like I say though, man, we got a lot of people, man. I see they out there, head first trying to help, and I mean, man, it's like that. We sit here, we blame the police officers that they ain't doing their job, man. But I'm the one sitting back and like, how can the police officers do their job? Is when they come to the hood and question who did it.
Nigga don't know nothing.
Motherfuckers don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you got some parents wake up. Yeah, they see the guns on when their kids dressing.
Yeah.
And everything, man. But they don't have a question until it happens to their family.
Right. It always be like that, man. And I was right now. When you think of leaders, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Jesse Jackson, I can keep on going. Those type of people are really beginning to become a thing of the past. And we have rappers right now with extreme power over the youth. Mm-hmm. I see what Jay-Z doing. I see what Nas doing.
That is so true.
They slowly giving out a little game and saying certain things. But now, you can just denounce it right now. And it's gonna start getting to everybody, but not just one time, repetitively. Like every song, denounce the killings, denounce the stick talk, denounce the dope selling. I understand that it's gonna go on still because people feel like that's what they gotta do to feed their family. But if you give a person a good opportunity where say, look, I'm gonna show you how to create an LLC and do all of this, and in 6 months you're gonna be able to get $500,000, or would you rather continue to do this? I can't think of nobody I know who gonna choose the right bro. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna go, you know what I mean?
Get the money.
Yeah. So that's just what it is. The problem is not enough people talking about it. And, one thing that I always did was when I gave people information, I gave them the real. Like even the book with Donald Trump, we could talk about several books. They're not giving out no real information. Oh, you gotta be ambitious. Oh man, use other people's money. No, man. Tell me what I need to do to go get this contract with this government.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? For $50 million.
More so like a blueprint.
Yeah. I'm talking about the direct blueprint though, step by step. So if I read it, I can do it. No guessing. And when we're talking about Shreveport, it's $1.6 billion in contracts that go through Shreveport each year, right? If you look up what the mayor of Atlanta did when they had contracts and they was trying to build an airport, and they was trying to get a contract to this white company. Mayor of Atlanta black, he said, nah. If black people don't get 40-something% of this contract, billions now, this airport ain't gonna never happen. At least not while I'm in office.
Right.
Things start to change. Now you got black people got jobs, big millions of dollars being put into the black economy.
That's why a lot of people move to Georgia now.
Right. So we talking about the money that's going through Shreveport right now in contracts that don't nobody know about. I can go to a city council meeting tomorrow. Ain't no young black people gonna be there. Maybe one. The black people who in there right now, they doing like this. Yeah, we did this. They 70, 80 years old, most of them. And then some of the ones in office don't understand because they're enforcing laws and codes that was written in 1954. Literally, they're still in act. Mm-hmm. So you mean to tell me these laws in 1954 was going to benefit us? Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm. How can something that was, and that's what we're talking about with the police. A lot of the times it don't be the police, they doing a job. That's a police job, to do his job and enforce law, yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. Well, the law that was written, when was it written? So people don't understand it. Don't be the police fault, even the judge. We gotta get together and change these laws. Can we change them? Yes. All we gotta do is vote the right people in.
They start from voting.
Right? But
a lot of young people don't really care to vote. You know what I'm saying? They feel like it's gonna always be the same. They feel like nothing's gonna change, so what's the point?
That's why they gotta be educated. That's why they gotta be educated.
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
I had a cousin that was killed on my daughter's birthday in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And to this day, his murder is not solved. So, what do you say to young people or just us about this no snitch policy in our community? You know, when you really want justice for a loved one, you know what I'm saying? What do you do when you want to know who did and get justice for your loved one, but you got 100 people that were out somewhere and people just get shot up, but nobody saw anything? And then you get these mothers that really want justice for their child, but you know nobody gonna say nothing. But the average person like me be like, well, I'm not a snitch, and I know who did it.
Right.
But it really doesn't hit home until it happens to yours.
Right.
What do you say to people like that in our community where you know something was done and you're just not gonna snitch, but you want to know about your loved one who murdered them, and you expect to know?
You know what? That starts off at a young age. I'm gonna get into that because when you in the streets, they say no snitching.
Right.
But once again, we talked this entire time about the studies that they have to put us over here and stuff like that.
Right.
They also know that the human brain isn't mature until a certain age, right? So with what's going on right now is you're dealing with some kids whose brain hasn't developed enough for them to make wise decisions. This is how that plays into what you're saying. When I was that age, 18, 19, there was no snitching. I got guns on me too, and I'm with all that, right? After I reached a certain age, my probably like my early 30s, it took a while for me. And then I started having some. I tell my homie, hey man, you got a gun, you can't get in my car. Now if you get in my car, you better take your charge if we get stopped. Because if you don't take your charge, I'm gonna give it to you.
Yep.
I'm not saying, bro, I got kids, I got family, I got millions and assets. I'm not gonna go to jail trying to say that, first of all, it's your gun. Take your lick. I shouldn't have to give it to you. You say you real. I'm not gonna go down here and try to bond out and beat charges because you saying, oh man, we don't know who it's for. No, it's in this car. That one of us gonna have to get it. You understand what I'm saying? So at a certain age, that start to go away. Like, I don't know too many people who 40 years old and 50 years old seen somebody get shot and gonna be like, oh man, no snitching, I ain't snitching on shit. They gonna go tell. And they gonna tell who did it, and they, you know what I'm saying? So those street codes don't apply to everybody. Now some people living that life, they feel like that apply to them. And you know, it's a picky subject to talk about because when you dealing with a certain people who feel like me, I used to gang bang. Part of the reason why I got on Orange right now. Mentally, over years of me gang banging, saying that I'm a Crip has affected me in so many ways. Right now, still at the age I'm at right now. So all of these thoughts that's constantly implanted in people's head, that has to change within the guidance of the community, of the fathers, the mothers, the uncles, and everybody to say, hey, we got to do away with some of these, because eventually that's going to lower the killings too.
Right.
We got to do away with some of these policies that's actually hurting our community.
But what if you have kids raising kids? See what I'm saying? Like you just said, you know, their mind is not mature to make wise choices. So when you have like 16, 17, 18-year-olds trying to raise kids, they teaching their child what they know,
Right.
which is not fully developed. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like a constant, you know, over and over rotation type.
No, I see what you're saying because studies show that the average parent now is even getting younger these days, right? So like you can think about like my grandpa and my grandma over time they had my dad, then when my dad had me, then when I had my son, it's getting younger and younger, and it's just kind of like a different thing. Like young people back in the days seemed to be a little bit more mature. They had more responsibilities, jobs, even at the age of 14. Now we tend to keep these kids and let them be kids, but they still doing grown-up things.
Right.
So you know that's a little different right there. So I couldn't really say like You got mentors in neighborhoods. You got all different type of organizations that can help you, but it's always specifically up to that person to take advantage.
But see, these kids, speaking on what you're talking about the gun situation, they don't understand this here. If you get pulled over and it's a gun in the car,
Right.
everybody say, hey, it ain't mine.
Everybody going to jail.
Everybody going to jail.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that. They figure that, well, if nobody says there, we all go home. No,
Yeah.
they ain't the way it rolls.
You go to jail. It's simple as that.
Right.
Because nobody want to fess up to it. Nobody just ain't man enough to take their check.
You know what I'm saying? We had that talk yesterday, man. We're like, hey, if somebody gets stopped in the car, drugs in the car, and if everybody say, it ain't mine, all y'all going to jail.
Look, man, let me show you something. There's an old saying, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? I've been watching on social media and see, I done did so much reading, I started to look at stuff as like studies and analytics and stats. So I'm watching all these new challenges, like people stacking crates, and I say, you know what? Everybody's stacking crates together just to watch somebody fall. And they don't even want to see the symbolism in that. But you can put all these people together and watch them stack crates together, they ain't gonna stack no money together. They ain't gonna get together to try to create no businesses. They enjoy watching you fall.
I mean, that you do.
So check this out. I'm on social media and I'm looking at all these little groups with all these people and the funny shit and, you know, hey, what if you had $1 million? Would you slap your, or what if you had this? Would you do this? I'm like, oh, that's fictitious shit. Ain't none of that shit real. But it got 100,000 likes. That's what they want to see. Meanwhile, a certain level of people not even finna go to that. They not finna even entertain.
Yeah, man. I mean, some of the stuff that's going on here in Shreveport, man. I done cut my time back on the road and everything because I want to apply more, you know what I'm saying, to the youth to try to, help the situation. I done reached out to a couple people, and you know what I'm saying. Instead of just talking about it, I want to bring it here. But also, I want to get out there and at least try to do something about it, you know what I'm saying? They help out in every hand. So if anybody's saying this, man, you in Shreveport, whatever I can do, hit me up. I'm not hard to find. I know y'all know how to get in contact with me. Just, reach out to me. Yeah. And I'll be reaching out doing the same.
Yeah.
All right. Any closing statements, from anybody?
Thank you. Yeah. But,
I mean, what do you feel like, just by everything that Babysavage said, what have we learned, as far as economic, as far as the violence, as far as, making money, you know what I'm saying, what have we all learned?
I mean, you know what I'm saying, one thing I learned, I've been talking to him for years, and there's always a motivation to go. Don't quit. One of my biggest things is that worried about if I'm doing something, what somebody else gonna say. Which I came to a point now that, hey, it's all gas, no brakes, you know what I'm saying? Just straight going, you know what I'm saying? Try to do it the right way. You do it the right way, it lasts longer, you know what I'm saying? You gotta worry about looking over your back and stuff like that, man. But me, it's like, it's always go.
Hey, man. Look, what you just said right there, I ain't never worried about that. Like, since the moment I get in, what somebody gonna say? Niggas been talking about my hair for 10 years. And I always tell people, I say, if your conversation only can go as far as my hair, nigga, I'm riding in a Rolls Royce. You need to be asking me some different questions.
Right.
You ain't seen me in nothing under $150,000 driving for the last 10 years. Let's talk. Get some knowledge from you. Figure out how you can, bro, this hurt my heart. I promise you. When that shit came on the news about my building, like it literally hurt my heart. I seen the dude, he just made some laughing emojis, right? I went to his page. I wish I knew his name. I would have called him out right now, but I can't remember it. He's nobody. But anyway, I went to his page. He got 6 children with him in a picture, and they're in the projects. I said, I don't even see what is he laughing about?
For real.
bro, ain't nothing funny. That hurt me. Not even him. Just looking at them babies. Like 6 children. You mean to tell me you planting your seeds in the dirt? Fam, you gotta get them kids. You don't even be letting me be laughing. You need to be trying to get them kids up out of there, get them in the home, and then show them how they can own their own homes and do something different. But I was like, this was social media done came to. Mm-hmm. People want to see who can say the funniest shit, the smartest, like fly shit to get the most likes, and that's it. Mm-hmm. It ain't even much about having things no more.
You're right about that.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I said, hey man, I let everybody have it. Like y'all, we can't even talk on them type of levels. I'm trying to talk, hey man, say what you think I should be doing. This is the billionaire. What you think I should be doing? And he telling me, it's time for you to change again. You went from Babysavage. You went to the God of Grind. If you got stuck, it's time to reinvent yourself again. Not even talking about name, meaning I gotta learn how to do something different.
That does.
And cap, like we talking financially, right? So if I can only make $500,000 a year and I've been in debt for the past 3-4 years, I gotta learn something different. Or else I'm gonna stay there. Like, I wanna tell, hey man, I made $30 million this month. That's the type of talk I wanna talk.
Right.
You know what I mean? And sometimes it be hurtful because the people who you talking to, not only are they not listening, they don't even wanna listen. You understand? Like, if you next to a person and you watching him make big moves and you seeing everything he doing, all you do is gotta mimic it and you gonna do it too. So what's the problem? Okay, I figured that out. I'm trying to build people. That hurt. I'm trying to make somebody. I ain't doing that no more. If you ain't coming with me, you ain't coming. I ain't feeling, come on, get in the car. Come on, ride with me. Please. I'm not doing that no more, man.
I'll tell you.
Bye. I'm gone. Look, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna be somewhere on the 100th floor in New York somewhere in Times Square. Hey man, what you doing out there? Oh, nothing, man. A couple people got killed today. Oh, okay, look here. I don't even want to talk about that because I ain't in that lane, fam. Huh?
Real talk.
Yeah. So you know.
Man, we done did it, man. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Man, you give people, man, give them opportunity, help out every which way, put them on for some reason. Once you get them on, teach them the game. So they want to leave. I seen Booster say it one time. He said, man, I had all my boys with me. When I started making money, they ain't want to get in the boat with me no more. They want to get in the boat behind me.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And you look at the other generations and all kind of stuff like that, man, when they make money, they together.
Yeah.
Us, we make a certain money, man, we divide ourselves.
Not only that, the main people you help be the main people to hurt you, right?
Like every time.
See, what you gotta understand is it's a lot of people who out to help, then they go over there to the other side and they tell a whole different version of the story.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it don't include none of the fucked up shit they done did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just so it only paint, you know what I'm saying, one narrative.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's the crazy thing about it. But one thing we're gonna have to do to change Shreveport is what I done already started. I started my own political party called YES, Young Entrepreneurs Shreveport. I done already signed up over 2,000 kids. I'm not even focusing on people who already registered to vote. The study showing Shreveport over 70-something% of people not even registered to vote. So meaning we only got like 20-something% of people who vote. I can guarantee you that I know what age range they over, right? I'm focusing on the young people right now who are the majority, and then when I get them, they gonna get their parents to come along. I ain't even focusing on their parents because we're gonna say, hey, this is what the new is. Once we get together, we're gonna get our own city council members in there. We're gonna choose our own mayor. Then we're gonna say, hey, this person right here need to create these laws and these ordinances that's gonna better help us not only build, but make it easy for us to build without having to go around all this red tape, which was designed decades ago to keep us from able to be doing so right now.
Right. Right.
Not only that, Now we got to do just like the mayor did in Atlanta. Oh, it's $1.6 billion worth of contracts? Well, hold on now. Shreveport over 70-something% black. Why aren't the majority of these contracts going to us, since most of these contracts are made and paid with tax dollars of a 70% black Shreveport? Exactly.
Yeah.
But what's happening right now is a lot of these contracts going to other people, and those other people taking it to other places, and I know where the places ain't.
It ain't Shreveport.
It ain't in Shreveport, and it ain't helping us. Matter of fact, half of the people who doing the jobs here, exactly, not the major contracts. Now when we talking about some M&Ms, no candy, we ain't talking candy. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the M&Ms, they go to another place, and then the people who hired ain't us, and then our tax dollars constantly off the backs of us getting put in the other people's pockets except for us. And it's just a revolving door constantly. And that's what's gonna change when we start getting some real money in here. We'll be Atlanta.
Easy, man. I mean, like you said, start promoting. We gotta start somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I mean, man, you can feel getting us with a lot of stuff today.
Yeah.
I mean, knowledgeable stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm gonna reach back out to you today when you leave.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, you know, I text you at 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey,
Yeah.
look, man,
Yeah.
look, this was on my mind.
Yeah.
So, man, I mean, you know,
You gotta register, educate, and get them to participate.
Let me show you something. We got the first black-owned major music label in Louisiana. Hold on. In the South. Because think of this to yourself. I'm not gonna name no names. What artists that made it who got their own building? Like, see, like it's all good to say you got a business, right? You Walmart, where your company at? You Family Dollar, where your building at? You Walgreens, whatever you want to call it. Where is it at? Because if you say Universal, you can go to New York. I done been there. They got gold buildings before you go up in there, and it's 100 floors up. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
If we talking about Atlantic, I can go to Atlantic, I can see Atlantic. We talking about Def Jam, I done been to Def Jam, I done been to Atlantic. I done been in the major labels, when places, hey, we got a record label. They saying we got a record label and we making money, we doing businesses, we paying taxes, we hiring people. That's GOG downtown, Shreveport. You understand what I'm saying? Across, I don't care who you name. Where they building it, how many people they employing, how they taking it to the next level, how they scaling up. How many people you hiring, how many contracts you giving out, because that's what we gonna be doing.
right.
I don't want to hear nothing about that shit you giving. I got these too. You know what I'm saying? I can go to the house and get 10 more. I got these too. You know what I mean? And this one that came loose. But I can go to the house and get 10 more.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I got the watches too. You know what I'm saying? I just
Right.
seen the shit with little baby on there about the Patek or whatnot, about the $400,000 Patek, and it was like the dude gave it to him. It was fake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I want to talk about, we see what some assets is. Goddamn, let's talk about some assets. And let's talk about goddamn real companies that we building from this shit.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
Real talk.
But in closing, we got one question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the risks that you took throughout your life, do you feel like it cost you, or do you feel like you elevated from it?
It elevated me, bro. Without these risks, I wouldn't be who I'm in right now. If I would have had a dad who was put me in a $400,000 home, I wouldn't be who I am today. You know what I mean? Going to prison, that made me. I came back out with a certain type of hunger. It's like, I done heard the situations about people smoking crack and they steady searching for that high. I haven't had that hunger like when I first got out of prison since then, because I can't convince myself I ain't got no money. You see what I'm saying? When I ain't have no money, it was at the Raceway. I started that shit in Shreveport. I used to have niggas at every Raceway selling CDs. On every corner, I did contracts with the Raceways. Like, look, man, we gonna give you $50 a day. I want all 4 Raceways. Next thing you know, other rappers start coming to the Raceways. Guess what? Hey, man, you gonna help me pay? You can go have, you can stay here. If not, I'm gonna get the A-Rap. I ain't gonna tell you. The A-Rap gonna tell you to leave. You see what I'm saying? We doing deals here. This ain't just no goddamn shit we doing, but that's what made me. You know what I mean? But now the difference is, I'm gonna make my children. I'm gonna give them what I know. Just like your guy said, he put his daughter on the credit. Hey man, with my shit, I got brokers accounts for them already. Money going in, buying them stocks already. 18 years. When they get 18, they coming out with damn near $1 million, if not more. When they get ready to go to, we ain't gotta worry about no cars. Daddy own 5 car lots. What car you want? You ain't gotta worry about no houses. Daddy gonna build you a house, right? Now, what I want you to do is take this business to the next level. And I don't care what age you is. I want you to be 30. I'm here for you.
Right.
Hey, man, I'm 30. Hey, man, hey, what you need? 10 grand? Say, man, check your account. All right? Now do something with it though. I ain't gonna let you be no fuck up.
Right.
But you know, do something with it. So you know, it's just about evolving.
Anything in closing?
Right, that's it.
Risk takers, man. Appreciate the shirt. You know what I'm saying? And then it's my guy, cause he know he got that orange in it. not gold. The building's not gold. The building is fucking burnt orange. Just like the Lamborghini I pulled up in front of the Rolls Royce in the bitch and said the same color as the hood, and motherfuckers still talking about some gold. But you know who said gold? Them white folks. Them white folks.
Hey, what we do want to say, man, we appreciate you for coming by, man. You were one call away, man. I shot you a text, and man, the text read back, man, say less. You give me the date, and I'll be here.
Say no more,
man. Hey, man, we really appreciate that, and man, we're looking for the next segment.
Oh yeah, that's the thing.
Go ahead, man.
Oh yeah.